Hello, welcome once again, everybody. My
Hello.
we have B. Russell and ladies. Yeah, for that, so Brad, the author of
We
Reflections
here.
by Tasty Soul, and Shaila Adamson.
Hey, don't forget the Yama. That's the
Amma
important one.
Adamson, yeah.
Ama Joe. Ama Joe no na yamede.
Yes,
Mhm.
ma'am.
So
Yeah.
today we're here to talk about beauty of a woman's heart. And that's for this new book coming out. We're going to talk. Actually, we started last week, and we talked about what inner beauty is not. So today we're going to talk about what it is and what we can do for it to reflect in our life. So, what it's not, in a nutshell, it's not about focusing on the outer appearance or being shallow, just to name a few. You can go back and listen to last week's video if you want to actually know exactly, because it was sizzling. Yeah. Anyway, so
I'm
this
still
week,
sharing to. I think I have one
okay,
or more groups to share to. One more. I think it's two. Last one coming up. Oh,
okay,
carry on. I'm just on.
yeah, okay. I thought you were telling me something. Anyway, so this week we're going to talk about what it is, but just so we know or we get into proper perspective, we're going to read the whole script and then we'll talk about what inner beauty is. So, um, the woman of inner beauty. This is what inner beauty is not. It is not about being shallow. It is not about being selfish. It is not being self absorbed. It is not being fixated on outer appearance. But what will you do when old age comes? It is not about having the latest fashions. It is not about being better than others. It is not about being more beautiful than another. It is not about being full of ourselves. But because if we are, then there's no room for God in our hearts. It is about cultivating a quiet spirit. It is about having a loving heart. It is about being gracious and kind to others. It is about pouring out ourselves for the benefit of others. It is about making people who come in contact with us feel special, that they are important and that they matter. The woman of inner beauty has no need to clamor for attention. Look at me. See how beautiful I am. She simply is because she has allowed God in to fill up all her empty spaces. She's content to give of herself because there's more than enough of her to go around. She loves unconditionally because God is her source, not herself. We pray God will give his daughters the strength needed to get to this place, a place of contentment and fulfillment, where we are not in competition with one another, but basking in his glory and being a blessing to others. So, reflections. What we're supposed to reflect on is, where are you on your journey to wholeness, peace, and serenity? Or are you feeling stuck, unsure which way to go? So, I picked out quite some of what Antia says inner beauty is. And we need to know. For example, when we say a quiet spirit, what does that mean? And how does it reflect in someone's character if they have a quiet spirit? Does it mean trample on them? Does it mean they are just walkovers? So, Shaila, Amajo, what would you say someone with a quiet spirit is like? What does it look like? You're muted.
Mhm.
Just as you put it, it's not that you should allow yourself to be walked over or look, I don't know, tie your hair, look look unkept, look unkept, hold the Bible to your heart. Let everybody know that, yeah, that's how you worship God. I don't think that is what is meant by quiet spirit.
Right.
But then I think we have misunderstood the part where you say, be humble before the spirit of whatsoever.
Mhm.
I think some of us, or most of our believers, have understood that part completely to the point whereby they think looking anyhow is a quiet spirit. But I think the quiet spirit is within you, what you reflect for others to picture you about have to be the quiet spirit rather
Right.
than making it for others to see that this is who I am. I think
Right.
I will put it that way.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned humility because we tend to mix that up with being timid.
Mhm.
But you can be humble without being timid.
Yeah.
So, Antia,
Yeah.
could you tell us more about this quiet spirit that you want us to be or have?
Well, you know, I've been talking about, on this practical nyamisem thing that I do on Saturdays.
Right.
I feel like I need to talk about those things because to me, some of the things that we have been told, it's now sinking in, and then you're realizing that we seem to have interpreted things in a wrong way, and
Right.
it's up to you to make that turn around. That is if you read the Bible, because a lot of us just go to church. Some may, and that's
Mhm.
my opinion. You know what I mean? Broadly speaking, we want miracles, we want this, but we don't really want to get into the word. So when you see that, even like they said, a woman, the something about a woman should be the quiet spirit and the adornment, like simple simplicity and all that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
and then with us too, we have the, should I say, the disadvantage that, and that's my opinion because there's people who come and chew you up, that
Hmm.
the culture has these expectations of women,
Mhm.
and then you have the Bible too telling you this. So it's almost like a double whammy.
Right.
A lot of times when you go on platforms and you see ladies voicing opinions, and I mean those, the ones that I've seen is like insults or whatever, but
Mhm.
even whatever the opinion might be, then you hear somebody, not hear, but you see somebody write, oh, you're a woman and you are speaking like that. So then I ask myself, oh, a man can speak like that and
Like
get
that.
away with it, but a woman can't express herself.
Mhm.
So for me, it's almost like it's we encourage the culture, the values that we have. Like they are good values, don't get me wrong, but
Mhm.
it's put so much timidity in us. And we
Right.
are so big on nyamisem. Nyamisem also makes us more, oh no, if you do this, no, you should do it this way. This is how what's expected. So you can't even be yourself.
Right.
But to go on about this woman thing, so the expectation is, oh, bad, be quiet, be this, be that. But what I'm saying is that you don't need to go around putting on this false humility so somebody sees how good of a woman that you are.
Mhm.
No, your real self is inside you. You know who you are. Oh, there. Hello, Miss Sage. Welcome, welcome. Mwah. So, you know, it's like it's not. When I say a woman of a quiet spirit, this is how I can explain it best. When you
Mhm.
meet a woman who is comfortable in her skin, you are not a threat to her.
Right.
You can sit side by side with her quietly, not talk, and you are okay.
Acceptable. Yeah.
You're just fine. just fine. And then you have these other women that they come, blah, 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 well, flipping all around, doing all kinds of things.
Mhm.
And I just look at them and I go, oh, I get you. I must be threatening to you. That's why you're behaving like this.
Right.
I just get it, because I'm not going to sit there and think that it's me. It's you. You
Yeah.
have the issue. You
Right.
came on the scene, so you need to look around and do what everybody else is doing. Like, let's all be calm. But when you are in the presence of certain women, you start to feel uncomfortable. Something. There's something going on, some dynamics. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you are at peace inside you, there's a certain way that you behave, and it shows. People know they
Hmm.
can be okay in your presence without you having to put on airs, you
Right.
know.
Right.
Then again, somebody might say, I'm not explaining it in a spiritual way, but I believe that if you explain things simply, people get you. And then
Well,
they can apply the scripture themselves.
how else could we explain it? Like,
Uh,
what is the
to
spiritual way?
to add up to what Antia just said, it's like maybe allowing the one sitting beside you to see the spirit in you rather than you trying to to voice the spirit out for others
Yeah,
to see.
yeah. Because usually it's like picture, picture, picture. Blah, blah. And I'm like, what? It happened to me before. I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I thought, oh, okay.
So about look at me. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's where you said she says, look at me. Look how
Hmm.
pretty I am.
Mhm.
And most of these women, everything is about them.
Yes,
Really, every conversation, they'll make sure it comes back to
yes,
them.
yes.
They
And
hardly listen to someone talk to the end. It's like
yeah, yeah. Like they're so special. Here I am. You know what? Like
everything.
for me, if I'm dressed up or I've done something and I look good, I know it
Yeah,
myself.
yeah,
I don't go, oh, look. And it's good to know because there's people, especially in our culture, we don't know how to compliment people.
right.
So nobody's going to come and tell you that, hey, you look good. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So just that knowledge, and even we're not really talking about physical appearances, but a lot of people do these shallow things. That's why I'm
Yeah,
pinpointing that you don't need to draw so much attention to yourself. You just your presence, the way you carry yourself, people will know you are there.
right.
That, oh yeah, oh, she arrived on the scene. That's a queen. And then when you see the, oh, blah, 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 oh, that's an insecure woman, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm. Um, I I I looked at the humility and the low self-esteem. I was trying to see
mm-hmm,
like, the difference.
mm-hmm,
I know that we always equate a quiet spirit to the other way, like having a low self-esteem, which
mm-hmm,
is definitely not what a quiet spirit is. A quiet
mm-hmm,
spirit person can be bold.
mm-hmm,
Yeah. And I got some points under humility, which
mm-hmm,
falls under someone who has a quiet spirit,
mm-hmm,
be humble. And it says slow to speak,
mm-hmm,
has a patient tongue,
mm-hmm.
and sympathetic, is generous, and doesn't fight anger with anger. Okay, that one.
Actually.
That one, I'm still on the journey. Like,
Mm-hmm,
not actually fight, physical fight, but well,
mm-hmm.
sometimes you have to actually calm down and you don't always have to have the final say, I guess,
Well,
depending on the situation.
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Because what you're saying, sometimes I find that just because you are a woman, they use it to clobber clobber you over the head. So some of us have got it so wrong that, oh, I'm a woman, I'm supposed to be meek, I'm supposed to be
No,
humble. So you are in a relationship and, oh, meek no sis, oh, you
no, no.
say how you feel, express
Mm-hmm.
yourself. You're
Exactly.
not, we don't mean being rude and talking anyhow, but
Mm-hmm.
find the level ground that you can be yourself and express yourself and be heard. And
Right.
even if the man is an egoistic, whatever, and they don't understand, well, you've said your piece because you are, at the end of the day, you are a human being and you don't want to feel oppressed.
Mm-hmm.
A healthy relationship shouldn't leave you with feelings of uh, being demeaned or feeling, being put down.
Yeah.
And some men can't allow women to be themselves. So even it's very sad that even we, the women, we can't allow other women to be themselves. That's where my problem is.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone being in a relationship for a man to even, those ones, we know there's lots of them there, but though if you're in a relationship where the man is supportive of you, there's the power to you. But as women, like what happened to the sisterhood? Some of these things, baggages that we are carrying inside us, and then we come and spew on other women in that we have relationships with, and then it becomes a whole other
Darling.
story.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And like as you talk further, I see that it still boils down to knowing who you are, because
Yes.
if you know
Yes.
who you are, you would have the confidence that, I mean, you wouldn't have to prove yourself every single time you're in public. You have nothing to prove to anybody. Like,
That's true, yeah, but you know where we are coming from.
mm,
The culture plus the nyamesum no faith, no, into people have in their minds, even if they may not tell you verbally, it's in their minds. So when they see a confident woman, they look at them so no picture ben, you're all fellow women, oh no cry. Who does she think,
mm,
And but that's their own insecurities that are talking.
mhm,
Perhaps it could be that they are looking, oh, that's a self-confident woman. I wish,
right.
like if we would be honest
I
with
wish I
ourselves
was
and
like
would
her.
you would have these conversations, you could ask, try to get to know them. Oh, hey, blah, blah, blah. I like the way you carry yourself. What, this and that and that. And that's all. But we don't know
Uh,
that. Like me,
auntie,
that I'm
auntie,
sitting here, poor little, I mean, can I say poor little me, just me sitting here. Do you know the number of situations that I've gotten into because people think, oh, mommy, wait there, or to say, or trend, to let's, like, what is that all about? Like my son, right? He has a friend in the community, and he said that one time the friend's dad said to him, oh, I like your mom. She goes, oh, so he's listening. He goes, oh, I like the way she carries herself. That's a good compliment, but Obiso will see it as a problem.
Right.
Like you need to, the thing is, we don't like to work on ourselves.
Mm,
And then we look at other people and we think they are the problem because we think they've created standards that we can't rise to. But everybody is in their lane. You work on yourself how best you think you can. Yeah, Amajo, you were saying something.
yeah.
I wanted to say the word confidence, instead of them to see the confidentiality in you, they would rather say it to be either you are petri, whether what baso or whether who you are. They will find a different name for it. So I think as we talk, so I think as we talk and with all these people, our people will now understand the true meaning of who you are rather than seeing it or putting it in a different way.
Right.
Yes.
The word confidence was taken out of there just to replace
Mhm.
it with, oh, when the name swadia
Uh-huh.
or yeah, can be this we can be,
Mhm.
simply because you wanted to defend yourself.
Right.
And
Yes.
then it turned out to be Ude can be away, yeah, no meaning. So because of that, you are not heard. They won't listen to you because they've
Yeah.
taken it to be oh yeah, yeah, no, oh yeah, too much. So whatever it is that you are saying is not being listened, and these are part of the problem.
Mm, okay.
But you see, there was a point, there are times, and I'm sure people might relate to what I'm saying because of how we were raised, we tend to let things that we should address go. Sometimes you let it go. But lately, not lately, but more recent years, it's like, no, I have to, if I don't agree with it, I have to let you know and I'll tell you why. And it's not a fight. And we don't
Yeah.
know how to agree to disagree. So when you go against something, you don't agree with something somebody is saying, they think that automatically you don't like them, you are their enemy, or why are you like that? But if we're all, God did not make us as clones of each other. Everybody is different. So
Right.
allow me to be me. And even me right now, I say I'm being me without apology. It's like I don't owe you anything. You can feel
No.
whatever you feel. I'm still here. You be you.
Right.
I'm not I'm not stopping you from being yourself. So why should you stop me from being me? You know?
I guess.
It's very
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah, because we tend to avoid conflict. We don't know how to handle it, like conflict, when we're
Mhm,
faced with it and we have to actually do it. We
mhm.
don't know how to take the person out of the situation. Like,
Yes.
sometimes you can I don't know how to say it, but tell something negative without being
Mhm,
it being subjective. Like, be
mhm,
objective about it, and it makes it,
mhm.
I mean, easier for people to take. But all we know is to point
Mhm.
fingers, and um, we're not able to, how do you say it, separate something you did was bad from you're a bad person just because you did something negative, right? And it also, I don't know, it's the same in our
uh, I,
religion. And
I
yeah,
will throw this one out there. So yesterday I have this friend of mine who finally gathered the courage to order from me. So I made my order and then delivered. So I think I was somewhere in the Walmart. She said, "Oh my God! Now I know why you are so full of advertising yourself. Now you deserve a
love
tip."
this.
She paid me without a tip. So he came back and said, "Your friend, you deserve a tip." And then I was thank you. Then in a little while, she wrote back by saying, "But I want to ask, is this one Ghana jollof or Nigeria jollof?" So I was, this is Canada
Where
jollof.
you from?
She's from Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
So my answer was, this one is Canada jollof made from Chile's kitchen. No Ghana jollof or Nigeria jollof. He was she was, you see you this girl, and there is something different. And those are the things our people don't take. You see, you want to just polish yourself and put a little joke out there. And if you don't understand it, they will take it to a whole different. Oh,
I
people
know.
need
Oh,
too much
that.
or
Mhm. Yes,
something. You
yes.
see,
Right.
Oh, yes, certainly.
we should just learn how to play around and accept certain things in a different way. I know she was
Exactly.
expecting me to say it's Ghana Jollof. I
Right.
won't give you that.
Pleasure.
I won't give you that. So you see, as humans and as women, let's learn how to, I mean, play it around ourselves. Before I realized he ended up advertising. God, I didn't know how it was, and I was so happy that she ended up, because she's in a council, among the council of the city. So you see, now I've sold myself to the council. Very soon they will be ordering. I was, yeah, they are my target, not our
Good.
people. They are my
Yeah,
target.
this is the thing because when you are doing something, you don't get the support of your own people. Just a few. You only get a
Yeah,
few
it's
people
not at
who
Right.
are
all.
who have the right
Yes,
mindset of like we need to encourage each other, we need to
Mhm.
support each
yeah,
other.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you have to target outside.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I think people are not my cover. So we have to bring that part of house outside, thinking of how they will say or how our people will say. I think time is changing for us at this point in time, for us to keep hanging on to the same words. So, oh yeah, bibi dodo. It's enough.
it's
We have
amateur.
done all
It's
this,
an
and it's enough.
unwillingness to expand. It's an unwillingness of ourselves, to expand ourselves to open up our space to people and say that, look, we are not all the same. It takes all kinds of people.
Yeah.
So let's embrace each other. So long as the person is not being intolerant, abusive, whatever, you need to learn to take people the way they are, get to know who they are, but people won't even get to know you. They make assumptions
You
about you,
judge even
you
before.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. It's a
Mm,
big issue, and if you're not careful, you
Yeah.
find that even you isolate yourself because you don't want to be in situations where people are going
Yeah.
to dishonor or disrespect you. And
Exactly.
we are very
And
good at
yeah,
dishonoring
and
each
that is
other,
also not good
especially
for us.
women. Yeah, and that's a no-no. Like if and so even so for some people who put up boundaries, people just go around insulting them. And meanwhile, you don't know the work that this individual has done on themselves to get where they are, but you just pull
Where
them
they
down, pull them
are.
down. You don't, if you don't understand, call them one day and say, "Hey, I see you doing this, doing that. I'm not sure what it is. Can you explain to me?"
yeah.
Because we don't owe any explanation to anybody. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
don't owe you an explanation. If I'm going to do something, or I'm sitting on Facebook yesterday doing whatever, then you say, "Oh, but she too, when did she start doing that? Oh, we didn't even know." Does anybody need your permission? We're all adults trying to live our lives. And yet you see people on this same Facebook tearing people down, doing all kinds of things. Why can't we just leave each other alone?
Yeah.
Right,
That's
right.
the sad part. Yeah, that's the
It's just
sad part,
awful.
you know.
It's just
That's
awful.
the sad part.
It's heartbreaking. And you go, what? Like, we don't feed each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't come for
That's
supper at your house. Even if I did, because I came because, oh, hey, I'm a Joe, let's eat this. Do you get what I mean? But I'm saying we don't feed each other. We just, even
Yeah.
if you came to my house and I said, oh, come and eat, that's fine. But like, you're not paying anybody's bills. So why do you think you have a say in the
And
person's life?
Everything. Yeah.
until today now, we can't even come to nobody's house again with all these things going on. Nobody is
I know.
visiting anybody.
I know. We're isolated anyway. No, but for me, I'm at that point in my life, even that if you call me and you want to sit on the phone and talk for an hour, this, that, I'm like, huh? It's strange to me because I have things to do that keeps me busy. So by the time I finish, I'm like, gosh, I've wasted time. Like, I don't need that anymore. I don't need to run here, run there. If there's something to be said, we'll have it. But, it's the engagement that we have on Facebook. You go and listen to productive programs, you listen
Right.
to whatever. And I do my own thing. If I want to sit there and watch a movie or do things, blah, blah, I do it. But let's learn to leave each other alone, respect each other, honor each other.
Yeah.
If if
Yes.
you don't know, if you don't know how
Respecting
a
our
person,
boundaries. Yeah.
we all even have our own journeys, but it starts by renewing your mind. This
Mm-hmm.
mindset of them, we are women tearing each other down. I'm not getting it. It's very difficult for me to
No,
understand.
it's not good.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't want to be a part of it. I like, if you target people and just start tearing them down, what's that all about? That's not a woman of inner beauty.
No. Right.
I don't see the
It's
reason
very
why
ugly.
we can't. I personally don't see the reason why we can't agree to disagree and at the same time be ourselves. The fact that I do not agree with you doesn't mean you should be my enemy. But I've
Mhm.
realized that a whole lot of people, the fact that they don't agree with you, they think that is why they have issues with you. And I'm beginning to realize that it's actually a big problem.
See, the Ametifia dream in Pentokwa
It's
Biako. I
actually
want
a
peace of mind.
big problem.
Yeah, those
Like,
those are the people that, like, even when you're friends with them and you're talking about
Yeah,
something and they suggest something, it's just a suggestion. If you don't take it, they get angry.
yeah.
But
yeah,
yeah,
It's okay.
I don't have to. This is why they say, like, I have a situation facing me, and I go, Amajo, what do you think? Oh, yeah, what do you think? Oh,
right,
message, what do you think? Maybe I might ask three, four people. At the end
right.
of the day, the decision is
Your
mine.
decision,
But
yeah.
maybe I might say that, oh, what Amma Joel said really ties in with what I was asking. So I went
Mhm.
with her. The two other people will be offended. And then they'll be, who. It's up to you. It's like even at the end of the day,
Yeah,
if we are believers and something is going, you should even pray first. Some of us, we run
Right.
around to everybody in the world
Our
before we, you
business.
know what I mean? So you
Yeah.
are an individual, but still there's some women who can't make any decisions on their own. They rely on friends. They are running around in groups. It's nice to have friendships, but if it's to the point where you can't even be yourself, then your inner beauty, whatever is inside you, is not coming out
Right.
because
Yeah.
you are like a puppet. People are pulling your strings all the
Mm-hmm.
time. When
Mm-hmm.
are you going to find out who you are and be yourself? Be you. I
So
don't know.
the second
All
one, okay. Oh,
Oh, I was just saying that all these things
yeah.
that we are talking about, it might seem like, oh, but wait there. Like I was saying something to one of my daughters today, and I said I'll use the tree as I hear I will say it. You found a tra, we just say something, go.
Mm,
But these things are important because even as the adult women, no, we haven't figured it out. Shadi are here, so how much more the younger ones? So if you are talking about it, at
Yeah.
least if we are so stubborn, we don't want to change or um change the way we're doing things or learn new things, maybe some younger person will hear and go, oh, this is a mistake not to make, you
right.
know?
Marie.
Oh, hello, Marie.
Mm.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Um,
what it is. Like, you have to be, I don't know how to explain it. You have to allow people to be themselves and respect them. Maybe you may not agree with how they live their lives, but that is not you. That is them
It's
living their lives.
fine.
You live yours too.
right. Right. Okay. So it says it is about pouring out ourselves for the benefit of others. Where
Mhm.
do we draw the line? Pouring out ourselves for the benefit. Does that mean that we should help others to the point of like your own detriment? Like, where do we draw the line? Where do we balance it? When do we say no, actually? Like, when we're dealing with relationships, all kinds of relationships. Yeah. Um, Auntie, yeah.
I was looking at Amajo.
How am I doing?
Well, okay. Well, the thing about it is, you have to set boundaries,
Hmm.
and we don't like boundaries. People like even on yesterday's program, my sister wrote that she made this comment that even when you try to look after yourself first, your family members don't understand. They think you should come and be helping them.
Right.
And my point
Yeah.
that I make is that if you don't take care of you, how can you be strong for somebody else?
Yep.
Right? Even
Yep.
on the plane, when they say there's turbulence or something severe happening, you're supposed to put on your own mask before you help your child or
Yeah.
whoever. So a lot of us don't know that, and we become so selfless to the point of foolishness. Excuse my language, because you get lost in the shuffle, and you're doing for everybody. You're doing for everybody, and even the people that you're doing it for, they don't even appreciate you. They don't value you, and you keep doing it and you keep doing it. Look, the thing is, I'll give my own mom as an example. It's like the old Akuapem way. You know, always doing good. I had to grow up to learn some things that life is not very perfect, and there's stuff that goes on. But even her in her age, she still thinks, oh, everything has to be this way. I say, you can't. Sometimes she'll say something and I say, I don't agree with you. I
Mm-hmm.
don't like what they did, even if it's about her siblings. So I don't like what they did to you or how they treated you. We didn't like it. So this is how we feel about it. This is how I feel.
Right.
Our time is different. I'm not going to sit down for anybody to treat me anyhow they like, disrespectfully. You teach people how they should treat you. So if you're not going to honor yourself, nobody is going to come and respect you. But they're
Mm-hmm.
old, their time, everything, oh, give, 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 and then some. You can give and give to people, but they'll take and they won't give you anything. So,
Now
You
we,
see,
okay.
uh, our people, our people have this thing in mind that the fact that they said do good and don't expect it back. You see, they tend to abuse you, and in the name of okay, you just do it, and and I don't agree with that. I've been saying it. If I do it for you, I am doing it not because you should do it to me back, but I want you to understand that what I'm doing to you, you have learned from it, and you will
mhm,
spread it across. Let
mhm,
it go forward, even if you will not do it to me. So maybe
mhm,
I know what I'm doing to you. if I don't see you doing to somebody or you helping somebody, then forget it. And I'll make myself an example. I gave about 5 people a ride some years back when I was heavily pregnant. And my pregnancies are very, very hard to me. That hardly do I sit down for long. But I was in a grocery shop in Elveros and I saw these new immigrants who you could see they are so new. They don't even know what to pick. They don't. And I was observing them. I've been there before. So when I
Mm-hmm.
saw them and the way they were moving, I could tell. So I observed them for a while, and then they just pick things. The weather was so bad, just like it is today. So
Mm-hmm.
they finished, and then they're outside. They don't have a car, and they don't know how to call the taxi. And then I was
Oh,
then I was
Mm.
driving a van. I was looking at them how frustrated they were with their groceries and how they. So I was, where are you going? And I think I can offer you a ride. And one of them were like, whatever. And one of them kind of looked at my condition and was, I'm actually very tired standing. So this is my van. You come. But you are quite a lot. I don't know how we're going to do it. Then two guys among them said, oh, you sit at the back and you're okay with that. I was okay, you are my people. Let's go. Let's go. So both of them jumped at the back of the van, and those that will fit into my car, they fit in, and I drove them. They gave me the direction, and I dropped them off. And then they still couldn't understand how I got to know that they needed a ride, but I didn't say anything. But all I asked is what they were doing. Before I got to know that McDonald's brought them from Philippines to work,
Mm.
and they live in McDonald's quarters. So you live there, you work, they pay your rent and whatever until you are ready to move on or something. So I learned that, I dropped them and I left. Um, Fast forward, recently I was at the doctor's office and one of them is there. I couldn't recognize her, but she did. And she was able to ask me, how old is the baby? I was okay. And then she remember you gave us a ride. We were like 6 or
Oh.
something. Some of them sit at your
wow.
car. I was okay. Yes, that is her. You see, that I am proud of. It's not the fact that even if she hasn't recognized me, it's fine. She will remember to do it to somebody else. But the fact that she recognized me, asked me how old the baby is, and said what I did, that was extra beautiful. Meaning she remember. She will
Remember
recognize
somebody
another
that can take care of
immigrant, do the same thing to the person. Yeah.
you.
In that case, you are not. I don't feel cheated. I haven't feel abused or whatsoever. It shouldn't be how our people just want it to be. Unkwana ye papa into unkwana nyamisha. They wouldn't dare do it the same to you, but they be a nyamisha wo. No unkwa. That's all you hear. Nyamisha wo. They wouldn't do it. Say almost to nyami beshra wo. And if I ask them,
But
okay, me nyamisha me. They don't know like you will be super kasa nyamisha. They don't understand.
but it's like they expect you to do you do good and you're doing it, and then one time you say, oh, for this reason I'm
Yes.
not able to do what I
Oh,
was doing before. They
no.
don't remember that you even did good. They get angry. Like, we're not very good at handling
No.
everything. Is we're suspicious about everything. What is it that Ajua calls it? Emotional intelligence. We're not enough to handle that. Know that, oh, hey, for this reason I'm
Mm,
not able to do this, and accept
yeah.
it at face value that she means what she. There's nothing behind what she's saying. It's not because you've done anything. It's not because she's mad at you. It's not because somebody's been talking about you.
Mm.
No, she just can't do it anymore because of her own reasons that she's given you, but we don't know that.
Yeah.
Every time we create problems.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I was thinking, is it, I don't know, is it because we don't value time as a people? Because I don't know, like, 'cause
What are you talking about? Time?
yeah, because it's like they feel entitled to your time, you know, to the time that you
Oh,
have, like you should
see,
all
Marie
the
says they don't understand because they don't know these are the laws of the universe. Exactly. Yeah, give and take and all. They don't know.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
mm,
yeah.
hmm.
Because if you know, there was a time that my sister was on this show and she said she has an appointment with me, because it's not like I
Oh,
sit
I
down
brought it up and we
and
had a
tell
good
her,
laugh
right?
about it.
But if I don't make the time for something, it becomes
Mhm.
hard when
Yes.
you have a lot of things to do in a day, you
Mhm.
know. So I don't know. We don't respect time. We
Value.
don't appreciate
Yes.
it. We don't know its value.
No.
Yes.
So when
No.
someone
No.
takes
Sorry,
time to do
Karen.
something for you, you're not looking at like what she's not doing at that time. Like she's actually giving you her time to do
Yes.
whatever that she's doing.
Valuing people's time.
Yeah,
Yes.
it
Because I remember in the past,
Um,
certain churches we were
this,
in, they'll tell you there's a
this
meeting,
is
and then
something.
you go there. Amajo Pachomibo, you go there and there's a meeting, and you are standing around
Yeah.
waiting 30 minutes, an hour waiting for leaders to show up, and you are
yeah,
supposed to be there waiting patiently. You see,
mm,
for me, there's one thing too that I've learned. This time thing, I learned it from home. Like I've been in situations where people have laughed at me more. Oh, until ya one year, because of time. Look, I've said before that at home in Ghana, when we were going anywhere, whether it was to the movies or going out for dinner or whatever, my dad is here. I was one of the ones standing here ready, and then my mom and the late people are over there. Today, even my daughters, like they'll say, oh, they are going to a program, a church program, or this or that. Oh, and they go, why are we always the one who have to get there and be waiting for people every single time? And I say, you know what? Thank your stars that you've got that. Like time
mhm,
is valuable and you show up to things on time. The one time Ajua said she was going to the brick area. I think they were having a hair,
oh,
just
okay.
different markets, but I think they were selling hair products or something. So she got there, she texts, oh, I'm one of the first ones here. And I started laughing
Yes,
because we go by time. It's
yeah,
an important lesson to learn
it
and
is.
the younger ones around you because it helps you, it comes in handy.
Yeah.
So,
Mm,
but
mm,
we take it as a joke. And even though we've left our home of origin and come to new places, we've carried
oh,
those
same
things,
thing.
bad
That's
habits,
amazing.
lock, stock, and barrel. We've just moved it over here and we don't want to change anything.
Because
And
this
then
is
when we are
the
not
yeah.
successful, we
No, how many people?
complain.
I see how many people have called you names for that? Hey, I
Oh,
didn't
oh,
get the
please.
time with the unfairly angry. How many people?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. One time somebody was laughing at my husband and I said, hey, mother, be and mother hunter, and mother, I saw him penning for.
Mhm. Ah.
I hate
Yeah, you
waiting
get
for
a name
people
out of it.
Me
for that
too.
reason.
That's why. Yeah, that's the main reason why.
Yeah.
So I don't want someone to be waiting for me.
You're
You know.
wasting my time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, and
if you say,
well, all my friends know that because
yeah,
yeah, to put it
it's
in,
just the way it is. Like,
yeah, anyway.
even my,
Um,
yeah.
can we go on a commercial break and
Oh,
then
sure. I forgot
yeah.
that. Let's see. Let's do this one. Oops, let me move this. Trying to move this. Where's the banner? Okay. And then go to brand. So that is the book Reflections for a Thirsty Soul, and it's in what do you call it? Amazon, Freezing Press, Barnes and Nobles, and Google Books.
in iTunes.
Yeah, and iTunes. So make sure you go and get your copy. And the beauty of A Woman's Heart, which we're doing, I'm happy to announce to you that I've sent it off to the publisher. So God willing, it will be out this year. I don't know when, but
Okay.
stay tuned.
Oh, you didn't do the competition for the cover thing?
No,
Wow.
those are, yeah. No, no, no. It's I went on a different plan, so we'll
Okay.
talk.
All
Okay,
right.
I changed some things around. Let me look at some comments.
Okay.
Hello, Ajodo, welcome.
Ah,
Thank you. And Marie has a comment with regards to the time issue. I also think it's lack of respect for each other. We know the value but disregard it. We show up for work on time. When we are
hmm.
traveling, we arrive on time to catch our flights. So we know but choose when to honor it. That is
Nice.
exactly
Very
right.
good.
Thank you.
Intentional.
It is so true. You
Hmm.
show up to work on time, but you come to church late and you won't honor other appointments. Hello, Awo Mekua. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So you can continue. You have
Okay.
stopped
So
talking.
yes, we are talking about inner beauty, and we listed a whole uh, bunch of um, factors to look out for, or how to be a woman with inner beauty, and we're discussing having a quiet spirit, and then secondly, pouring out to yourself for the benefit of others. So the
Mhm,
third one is how do you make someone feel special? Because here it says it is about making people who come in contact with us feel special, that they are important and that they matter. So how do we do that? How does it look like? Amadou.
Well, how do you make people feel important?
Yeah.
I think our attention and listening to them makes them feel important.
Hmm.
We listen to them, listen to exactly what is it that they wanted to share with us or whatever, what we
Right.
take from it, and how we respond to them, how we respond back to whatever it is that have been shared to us, make them feel
Hmm.
important. I Our understanding of making people feel important have to be okay. Let me just go and give her something or whatsoever.
Hmm.
I don't think it's all about
no,
giving. It's all
Yeah.
about how you understand them and how you relate with them. For example, who are you arrest?
Mrs. Russell, they say you are looking smashing. Carry on, Amajo. Sorry. Mhm.
Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, it all shouldn't be like gifts. She's hungry, I gave her food. That's all into it. No, there is more to that.
Hello, Mamle.
Hello.
Welcome. Mwah. Okay. Can I add
The
on?
level we have,
Okay.
yes, please.
Oh no, you were still talking.
Oh, good
Miss
job.
Sage,
Yes.
yeah, thank you. You know, Miss Sage was the first person who ever gave me a comment or a review about my book. I saw her on one of Emma's programs, and then she said that she's reading the book, and it's she said some very nice things. I thought, oh, thank you so much. So, yes,
Oh,
I'll keep it in mind. Thank you. Bless you.
you mistake.
Mhm.
She has been
So,
with us since.
like this whole issue of Mamle, Miss Awo says welcome. This whole issue of making people feel special, right? It's to do with us as individuals. If you know who you are and you know yourself, when you meet people, it's you know how to be gracious to people, like how you receive people. Even if you walk into somebody's presence and then they act like you are not there or they behave, and
Right.
there's some people that when you see them, they want to be some way. You can tell right away. And like a woman of inner beauty, when people step into your presence, when they leave, they know they've been in the presence of a queen because you treat them the way you treat them, you make people feel good. That
Right.
you are welcoming, you are loving to. It's not to say it's got nothing to do with you. You
Sucking up.
honor yourself. You know how to honor yourself. So you know what it means to give that person that honor. You just respect a person.
Mm-hmm.
But some of us women, and the other piece of it too is that I'll say it's to do with manners. I'm sorry to say, but some of us we don't
Yeah.
have manners. You know, it's like let me give you this example. I went to some weddings, and then me, all I know is this is how I was taught. You see people, you greet them.
Mm-hmm.
You've come to a function, you are walking a certain way, and the table that you're walking this round to go to the, but there's a lady there, they are looking right in the face. I'm not going to pass you by. So I say, good afternoon, goodie, whatever I said. And one said, this is what I got.
Oh my God.
Or Shemito. And I said, you know what? Maybe I look so good. That's why you're looking at me that way. But don't forget yourself. Just respond and say, just saying crasses.
Oh
We
no.
don't do that. So no answer, no nothing. Like we need to rise to the occasion. Look, yɛnyɛ aborɔfo, but we're social beings, we live in a society. There are certain things we need to learn
Mm-hmm.
and how to engage with people and be. I remember Ajo Odo telling a story of a chair at a party, so, or obi akonnwa so, and then somebody came and was misbehaving. Those behaviors. No,
Oh my
you
God.
have to, it takes it takes a lot to know how to treat people, but we're lacking in it and we think it's okay. Even something like I come and I see two of you standing there. I know Amajo, I don't know you. And then I come and I just start talking to Amajo. No, you have to say hello.
Exactly.
You have to say hello or something, or even
Right.
introduce yourself, or
Right.
even it would be, even if Amajo knows you, so even Amajo would be, hey, yeah, meet my friend such and such. Or
Right.
even if she doesn't call, you can say, oh hi. Usually if I see a group, oh hi, and then I may say something, but you try
Mm-hmm.
to the way you make your eye contact, you involve everybody in the conversation, not that you're just looking at Amajo and then yeah, standing here feeling like a adult, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah,
It's
respect
valid.
for others and that feeling too. Yeah. You know who I am, Mamle. That's all that we
Yeah,
know.
because I don't think that has anything to do with our culture. Our culture rather
To
teaches us to greed, right? So it's more with the
do
person's
what?
attitude. I mean, the some of these catches attitudes and or behaviors or manners.
Hmm. But
I'm saying that
Let me see. Hmm.
I'm saying that that
I was
one
saying that
has. Hmm.
it's not. It's like we are taught that, but the manners, it happens. Or even and we are talking about women here, okay?
Right.
Sometimes you walk into a situation, there might be some underlying factors and
Yeah.
you don't even know what that friend
Voice.
has gone and said, and then their behavior. So we are so full of words. Adjoa, she should come and give me
Auntie,
some of her words. You know, with emotional intelligence, we don't
auntie,
know how.
lack of
Mhm.
confidence, lack of auntie,
Confidence
a
and
lack of confidentiality is also part of this
Confidence.
thing because it's not
Mhm,
enough of you standing there and
mhm.
the fact that my way more, I don't know what am I going to do now. So all of a sudden, he just have to pretend as if you are not there. I've noticed that in a lot among us, pretending as if you are not even there. Some of them will not even, or maybe, as I said, I don't agree with you. So because of that, I became your enemy. So you will
No, I
not
don't have
even
time for that.
acknowledge my presence.
No.
Pretending we are pretenders, and you see them pretend just to act that way and go.
And what do
That
you
is
get out of
not
it?
culture. I agree with Santi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
I agree with Mrs. Russell.
a
That's
lot
his
of people didn't
personality.
read courtesy for
yes,
what.
leave my
Uh,
voice thing.
I
Oh,
will
now it's
like.
lost.
Yes.
I won't like I draw a dot. What does she even? How does she put it? Yeah, fast telephone. You don't know you learn.
No.
You don't know you learn. Just what you are brochure and you are doing some of these things. Like, come on, let's honor ourselves. We can do better. Let's rise higher. You
Mm,
know.
Yes.
Don't
women.
you think women who feel intimidated by you do it? Yes, we talked about that before you
Yeah.
came on.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what it is.
exactly what it
Yeah.
is.
I've seen you get a lot of that, like they're just flailing around
Yeah.
being whatever. Like, Mamle, what we said is that if you see a woman who's gracious, she knows who she is. When you are in her presence, you can just even, oh, hello, and sit side by side with her. You know each other, but you can sit with each other without having to talk and make too much noise. And then here comes somebody, oh, they have to do picture, and then you know that, okay, what's going on here? And then as soon as I see that type of behavior, I go, aha, something is going on here. And I certainly don't say it's me, it's them. Because I don't have time. I don't do those things. So when I see people come and do it to me, I'm like, what's going on? Why are you doing that? And then, it tells you
Right.
we need to work on ourselves, but we think it's not important. Oh, yeah, Bible, but you need to invest in yourself and become a better person, become a better woman. Add value to yourself. Yeah,
Mm, yeah.
because at the end of the day, it's not you alone. You may have daughters or sons, or even if you don't have children, you are a member of society. You have an impact on somebody. So what are people getting from you,
Mm-hmm.
right? So.
Right. Right. And it looks like all of these issues bother around still trying to know yourself and getting better all the time. So my last question is,
Mhm.
yeah, is in line with getting to know yourself, getting to be better and failing yourself. It says it is about emptying of oneself, a total surrender to our loving Father, so He fills us up. How is that? How do you empty yourself and allow our Father God to, I mean, fill us up? Because humans are all made with a void, and until you find your purpose and you find whatever it is that you put on earth here
Mhm,
to do, you always feel empty, and then we feel like we should fill that up with things or
mhm,
stuff, whatever it is. It's
mhm,
all sorts of stuff. So how do we do that? Because
mhm. Normally, you're absolutely right. Just sorry,
Mhm,
I was acknowledging a comment. Well, you see, I don't think that any of us finds it extremely easy to empty themselves, but we've done it in varying degrees.
mhm,
It's like we're all on a journey, right? But have you noticed that when you are so prideful, all kinds of things inside, here comes our. How long have you been sitting here?
and this is the perfect question.
You know, it's like you are so into you when you've worked on yourself, you've come to that place where you've emptied yourself. You know, it's
Mm.
a surrender thing because and yet you are not only
Forcing it to be there.
yeah,
Hmm.
only and pray. It's like it's like what Mamles was saying. If somebody comes and they want to treat you a certain way, let me put it up, then treat you like a nobody, it's because they feel that way about themselves. When I see that's exactly what I say, because you are not going to make me feel less than. I know who I am. And if
Right,
you come,
Mm.
you've met me, you know you are going to do that. Something is awfully wrong and I'm
right.
not going to take responsibility for it. But when we were younger, a lot of us would, people are misbehaving, doing things, and you think it's you. When
Hmm.
you grow up and you finally see the light, you go, no, 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 no. They have an issue, so they need to deal with it. But I mean, that's all that I can say. But I'm sure Awo can throw us some bombs.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So I'm just going to give it a twist, kakre, because as I always do. But before that, Sheila, I just want to say a very big thank you. In fact, Friday we had a blast.
Oh yes,
Oh,
Friday.
that was
listen.
awesome. That was awesome.
Oh, Friday, I really enjoyed the conversation. I was really thrilled. I've not felt that excited for long, and the reason is I get certain kind of other submission somewhere. And whilst I was sitting back having a cup of tea and looking at the video, I was so excited about myself. And God bless you so much. God bless you. And to all the panels, yeah.
You should know you have me on the show now. It's me.
Ah,
You should
I
know you
know
have
that.
me on the show. It's me now.
Thank you.
Mrs. Russell, you looking smashing. Hey, Davy F1. Look here.
Eh,
Hey, I No.
Mrs. Pastor, yeah. Na ade ya beta ho no obi acho camera CCTV bi acho yes say wo magaba just say unnie de je kra 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 madam for be say hey that woman is too cute. You know what I'm saying? It's a married woman.
Why no?
Anytime I come across her, I just do watch her. I'm just watching from afar. What can I say? I'm just giving it just a little. I'm just turning the table a little bit on this conversation so that there will be diverse views, and so that we won't be, because what I've realized, let's say we are in that kind of frame mind, that kind of mindset, but we should not say, listen, whether we like it or not, you don't have to do anything to somebody for him not to like you. Said yeah, many me who are maba platform here, ye obi nso hwa yen ye ho ye ne kan pa monte ase asa
Yep.
on that say dear no mu chire yi. I mean, it is only in the Ghanaian community now. O ka brofo a hu ye obi ehi o ka brofo kura obi timi de bet now say e no mo ba no mo ka brofo masa osia said ye ka brofo ni bi na science mu na moa wonnim said ye na akone ye nkyere kyere wo. Aha.
My friend, when say, baby, I'm quite high school, me senior back could be me. Yes, it's fun. Yeah, cause she had last badge and I pass this for my make on. Me and only trim ya ding. Missy, you bet you. That professor, I'm missing a make a car brofu be good. So, on premium, sign a promise, and then or send of some could you may own friend be your sister. So you see,
What we say, even say you don't need to. As a typical Ghanaian society, you don't need to even do anything for somebody to just pick on you because you are not their average Joe. So what you say? You don't act according to their status quo. You are not conforming. That alone will let somebody think he can pick up on you.
Right.
And what they don't know, me person Mudisha say, you will not be for everybody. Like now we know. Initially, now we thought we were the problem.
Yeah.
But it's just so people should know, say, sometimes you are not. You are doing everything. And listen, for how long can you be pleasing them and not taking care of you yourself? So what you say?
Yeah.
When you get to the point you think you've done everything right, consciously, when you say, then it is not about you. Walk away, because that is when they drag us to their level. You one year now many adwa program. I can say a lot of people at our top no and now one more middle no because it's easy for him to be pulled up or pulled down. But the down is noisy pa into sometimes the attraction of down no it's my obi and middle no. And yes, I will top but middle, because remember, say, some of us we are in the journey of life. We are still working in our journey. We have not started yet. Into one share and then they drew baby. Mrs. Unya drew point to be I'll say, Obi kafu watch and I know who say the sister wa conform. Say they wako tom because to the extent they say it was a yo who said yo who fino. Say akakakra akawan kasa for personal development no anania maybe na wo bo hu dawru no, because it's different preaching certain things, but it's also different when practically you have to do it.
Sometimes, yeah, true.
Saying it is easier, talk is cheap. When we are in certain atmosphere or certain stand in a place, we can say we can do this, we can do that, we can do that. Wait until say you are being confronted with it. And like I said, inner beauty, say you have power, authority to do damage, but you hold on
Right.
for the sake and not for the person now who damage to know. After all, he or warranted for that. But for the fact to say you are thinking ahead, or maturity, bro, the pakona or yawa the understand. Yeah, can't wait in as much as say yes, in a Ghanaian community, obi unintentionally to set circumstances until it can happen in church, Ubetumi akotena obi nchen Saturday, everything is all right. Then a group of gang na quite to say a school playground no clicking for the bar. Na ase ye ignore wo no. Yes na wonim on share that. Enti one ne kwa sorry. Na okfa ni tirimu ka. Ofa hello. Ofa ni pakuni. Yes. Mwa I mafeo pa.
Rough.
Eti oni nipa ne kwa sorry. Na wofa ni tirimu ka. You've made a mistake. You've made a mistake. On share that. Odi made ne yo. And I want to say when you are in certain kind of level of understanding in life, more or less, you'll be sometimes social idea when you go into gatherings. You don't do what everybody else does. So the people who does the normal things see you as weird. Remember, what do want to say position? Yeah, conformity. The what no, and I'm a wajina say jinabiano. Now, obia onen do sa level no, and tisa the binary. I remember say, I'm a type I don't eat out. My husband. Good for him, no, or no so end didi wa bonten. And yes, bia ya shada buku restaurant a ye ko didi a. Se ye ko bi fie ni akọ didi ana yakọ party ye didi wo nipam sa de ban ni nim ye. Lucky for me, my husband so didi wa bonten. Enti ukosia ye wo party na enye nsuo na kita me a. One say yeah, you might not enjoy my company. Remember, say typical Ghanaian, no, we're back to enjoy it or herself.
That's
And on no kind of enjoyment, and they say, yeah, no man, sir, you say. Me so me kind of enjoyment say atmosphere no, yeah, born your man maybe I like, and maybe men sorry, sir. It be a men sorry, sir. I am a fun person to live around with, but any baby, Hannah, it be a me yes, I define. So what I say.
yeah.
So we nipa bi saa te se me a wan hwe ya de ono de bi okwa o no gina mu no bu ni mu no eye den so no be jele somewhat yase
Right.
enti emra ye can say is from them no remember said ye won so ye wo ho no amma ne ye den amma nipa no entumi ne wo enye said ye wo pe no. I am shaking this table so there will be anya adwene bi say e wo se omo hu say wo so omo ye ne saa da bi. I am telling you, say, in their subconscious, they don't know, said they are even doing anything wrong with you people.
Well,
Me makachira say, me, obi anko suku kura can roll with the person. You want him dear kakra metimini na roll. Dear what or kwako school ponse me kurano or no so metimini na roll. Why? Because I was some metias here what madwene say. Obiane the kind of level of relationship I was some in the war. Enti di oye na ade se ayi Kofi Ata mankanifo fo saa na me ne be ko saa no te ase
awo the outcome
di oye na ade te se aso te ase kakra ni nim de na hye da ni ho kakra but he's willing to learn nso e wo se de me ne be ko de ebia onim de a me nso metumi asua biribi wo ne ho no me ma me ho kwan Emma me bra me ho ase ehwe said your ye ne niema na ebi wo ho a me pa na mafa de me mpe no won say o start say o live that kind of life emma wutimi ni nipa nyina tena asomdue mu a it is not like say I am lowering my standard for the person me lower amount na emomu no I must know I was say me nya ho nimde na me ne wo nante the
I want to jump
attitude
in.
say
I want to jump in kakra. The outcome in no me no. I know that. What am I saying? Metiasia because look, there's something I don't even be to me can't but me funny say me share me parents and me two parents no me mommy almost family no me more snobbish than me papa. Me papa no or no simple background I gave you for banner or me and a peja anymore. What am I saying? Into the matter, most of us we take after my father. They are okay, I can roll from the bottom to the top, whoever you are. But experiences are many, because you are humble and you don't want to do into the big crown or be who crawl back so mommy way, but Share me papa we me sister me chi ba me no London assembly o kan o se me papa chere me say ye she chale what ya me to me kobi ye she high heel me to me kobi but me
Mm.
no
Mm,
problem ne say I'm so simple that people take advantage of it into no say no when you go through that it's not the American it's not say what na ho say you want to be snobbish but e ya hwe ye because
mhm.
we are very wicked people.
Mm.
Ultimately, ujeja
Oh,
home
absolutely.
I've been there, I've seen it all, you know. I prefer say measure me who ye. Not that I don't interact with people. Hello, at the same blah blah near kasani yako. Intermediate how can you know? There's people who appear, oh, I don't want to say, but hey, I have my standards. Into no also
Mm,
all day. Ultimately, into
mm,
me. Say the ampempen so I mean medruni age and medruni ya fe me be jai me homa obi ababe tietia me so those things that I allowed in my youth, you know, it's a little late for that, you know.
mm.
We'll keep it up here, sardine, you know.
Okay. Whilst Auntie Ya is talking about this snobbish thing, let me tell you what is in the Ghanaian community. Pa. It did a lot of you, Munya. Ebra make us say how many of us have read courtesy for boys and girls. One called private school, you cannot read courtesy for boys and girls.
Hmm.
One called private school or Ghana, international school or Ghana. Where are you going to get courtesies for boys and girls? A friend is saying, akwete mas, I government school been a shame for trum hono. Teacher Ben a one daje. Ana adabraka Fari school, sa school never hono. And na di. Why and the talk courtesy for boys and girls amount. Enti,
So
young
maybe
call for
maybe
na a
because
call,
a blow
a
more
breed girls.
and I will hope you man.
Oh,
I will hope
ɛwɔ
you.
hɔ na nkurɔfoɔ na nkɔpɛ ntɔ nkan saa ne
Mm.
asɛm na ɛwɔ hɔ paa nkan no hu sɛ na ɔmo a wɔtumi kyerɛ books ma nkwalaa no wɔmbɛ sukuu mu bɛtɔn ɛnɛ no obi abie bookshop wopɛ akɔ na kɔtɔ bi nti wɔn a wɔnim book ho mfasoɔ na ɛkɔ challenge bookshop ɛkɔ shops kɔtɔ nti
Mm.
wɔn maame ankɔyɛ saa nkurɔfoɔ no bi a wadeɛ ne sɛ deɛ ɛkyerɛ wɔ school na is enough it is not.
Hmm.
Those who their parents wanted them to do something extra, no, those times, were buying those books. Na nye school curriculum. Na your parent na ne toka homa woma. Ti muntie ni ye. Na mom ye behia as student a, na o teacher ni ye good a. Na akofa bribi wo mu aba. Na mo discuss in English lessons. Aha na mijina etu Ghana for bi for say, let me tell you how our system have shaped us. The enti ebi mo yes I say. Deɛ ɔkɔɔ Ebiri girls, the systematic way you Ebiri girls. Deɛ wɔkɔɔ Mfansepem, ɔmo call Holy Child. There are particular schools bi wɔ hɔ a wobɔ wɔn din wɔ Ghana. Wɔyɛ hiani ba koraa na ɔkɔ bia ɔbaa no wayɛ dwen. Because that is what he knows. That is how one parent hierarchy, that is how it's being run. The people who are on top schools, when you come out, even as a poor person, say nyame anya wadaroma ama wa wan work said the auntie ye kase onu onim. Obi wo hɔ a na wonim. By virtue of your parents' status, to me my yes snobbish. Because ebia na wote North Ridge. Now it's the airport residential area. Now it's down somewhere. What's a certain kind of area? What they your uncle? That is how Ghanaian status. In Kaya Brochra, omo affluent areas. No one what they your said yet ye. Ewo baby asan nyame ayeno. Or see, sikanini here ni onu nyame ene boy. Enti ye po yempo ahiafo bewe yentem. Ɛna adefoɔ nso bɛwɔ yɛn ntɛm ɛna adefoɔ ɛne yɔ ɛyɛ different ɛsen wɔn a wɔyɛ hiafoɔ so what you aseɛ
Right.
nti when you come across those people until you say their has bruises me I am still taking some of the punches up to date I regretted that some people cried they saw my 20
Hmm.
honestly
True.
because one year no one tears yeah what they are different. I'm
Yeah.
not saying there will not be casualties. The same way, even the people who have your if you are who trying to set your casa, set your articulator, you might think say or you're mature, but I'm an center tantrums. And they said your baby at the corner no will tell you say he's still a child.
Mm.
He's still behaving like at the one school now who say one day you're different man. Sir, the American say say all subject to and leave certain standard no your choices Now, mom say obi be master sa the bino. For instance, me, how many times have not been casualties to people on social media? But it is something I am determined. I am absolutely determined. Some me abna me jare. No matter how I would never for me. Oh dear, say where we need. Oh dear, when I village champion. When I wine me abna me jare. 18 opa. Obi ne kan asem. Oh dear, at the end be ya wo me huni aso ha. Maintain. Me ma wo audience. The end ya say. Oh teach you obi na nipa kono say me if you no plan to me mamubufu more.
Right.
But that is the power I have. I have mastered the thing I'm doing. And some now me can with social media. Say abranti ne ababa we be hwanya. Me pese ohun say nya ne ka keke na ye me de. But me nim how to practice it.
Right.
And you don't let us be conveyors of the messages. E wo mu say ebi wo ha asem no nyame de fa unusual place there. But say, oh man, you avail yourself for you to be used as a vessel. Don't be a signpost, but rather be somebody I want so. In as much as say, oh, can't some no, oh, chunk of work, one so be ya some for. Don't just say it because you read books. You have personally developed yourself. Why you wait, but be people a bit pursue. Na suban enti se nyinse nti bribi beba ma ye nunu ewo nipam ama wagu ho animu ase no kura pa na me ka kire wo no enti whilst you are self developing master the thing eniama beba use ade na wasua no knowledge na wa akwai no to counteract and make sure say everyday life you apply the thing apply ade na wa kan
I will let me
asem
try
na
another range. Oh, can say nipa no on their what develop no should know how to manage. No nipa no so bad attack no they on starting the development on starting. No so only
sister, the woman say, the woman say indirectly, effector, sa dia na wo be ye no, ne say nipa ko no aye na dwen say opese o develop here, and I say osua bibia. Me I have so many times and say, oh sister, I want me inbox me. Oh sister, dano video na menti asi o na me wase keke because as time goes on I have proved myself. Man ko boda wuro se mo mahwa mi o say you but me ne ye ni me suban ya me call so the na social media no has actually yen me that respect. What you say? Enti no time mere sa emre no na ye mu bebre ye ni nipa ho abotre say anymore. It is like you have to know. But remember, say, we are not coming from the same places. Other people have had the privilege. Some of you, by virtue of the people you marry, they have shaped you to who you are today. Mrs. Russell, to me, can't let me say, or be worry, Mr. Russell, on share be other culture apart from Ghanaian culture now. We know on share be papa be free Canadians of one chain. To me, Casa and Chile, Mammy, so muda. I'm a joint so on me say. Or better now, Canada, in spite of the ups and downs, ewa brabomono. When she be papa bien free, one non Ghanaians that he had contact with. Auntie, in as much say, oh papa is very subtle. Oh my, miss no business. Oh
yeah. Oh, I'm not denying it. It's there, but me check I want me bo be show say you need to remedy and mature said there's levels and no they are there that ho because we respect what him say now who wants to put themselves down for anybody to come and stamp on them. I respect you, but if you're not prepared to respect me, then I back away.
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay, madam I say Michia of Fonumne Yetiefo nyina Mrs. Tanomon so good to see all of you. I will be there. No, I shall see a tournament crab on team. I share well done, very well spoken. But it said, on saying somehow okay, no bam na say the auditor so I say on say your committee in the society no you move a lack of boundaries. Because to say sometimes like me share to say in my mid-20s say uko party me say me pasa. Enti me kɔ party ase a enwom bɔ na sɛ enwom ne yɛ me de na me kugina floor hɔ a sɛ yenya enwom ne bɔ a mentena ase enwom bi ɛbɛba sɛ me po enwom bi wɔ kora mente da enwom a mente da me de beat no na ɛsa die minim no me de the lyrics and the beat ni na ɛsa depending what the song is.
Right.
But to say ye Ghana for mema ni bi obi wɔ hɔ nim sɛ waware I mean before no na me nware ye but sɛ obi wɔ hɔ no ma ɔne ɔbaa bi sa onim sɛ ɔbaa na ware on say asabi won so a wo sa you want to make a turn right wunya make it turn na wachi kwachira omo no ɔde ne nneɔma abɛtale wo kadam sɛ ne woman no okay the fact is what turn o back no ofo say okay say obeba be fam woto so na wo ba be bubu atopatantan agu achi enti no it's say the brain no their boundaries no it's not on point now we are bold enough to tell them say listen master say waso atopan bu a enya me mechi na wo bebu atopa Uka and I would manners. They don't even have manners. Most of them, they don't have manners. Because I say majority of them normal ba and sa omunumunsa ebi munim the limit of nsa dodo e yes omunum. Into obi wo honom a aboa ye say sometime. Na obi yire wo de wonsa aba beso ni mu na nipa ne nsubufu na se wono ne wo enya akasakasa wo se ayi ti se wadwen na wonye wadwen se wo beye obi yire bibi na wonye wadwen se obeye obi yire bibi a obi yire ebu atopangu na chi so enti no me no me sia this I was a me party na me kun ni ho no na se my partner is not there. I prefer dancing alone because it's a me sacrampo na I can dance any way that I want. That be honum kro bi wo ho kro bebu sa sa ne nsa obetoto asa. Who pesa wo de fa ha no no so de nenam ha na afi de wuta one say utu left right left right left right. Just say no, I want to dance the way I want to dance. Turn around, move around, makoto, masore, my head yes me. Maybe left, right. And obi so honoma. Esan say most of them no lack of boundaries, right? They don't have any type of respect for themselves. They don't know the limitation of womansanum. Obi oho didi a minim se na mo we yen when hu sa hihye ne simo no san fe ne simo eh on dance floor no
Yeah, topic in here.
oh sister if they don't feel enough but to say in overall no there be I am busanti Ghana be ye ni your community ni society no esan say we lack it of so many coping skills no obi wo ho no ma wasa wo sakra wo ho ye ne he watade a wahya aba wo ho ye ne he empabo a hye wo na ase eye ne he wuti a waye asi wankasa waye wadwuma na wakoy waye wuti style na wo ho aye fe wa wo free fi aba wutimi wo se wasi mu wo ho ye ne he esan say won't me measure I remember having one lunatic told me to let him come to my home.
Oh, no boundaries.
They can tell their father when they go back. I replied, don't worry. When your wife go to school or work, bring me to your kids and kiss me in front of them so they will tell their mother when she returns home. That's a good one. I mean, sometimes you have to like sometimes you have to give them the cheek, you have to be sarcastic. It's how I say the level, no. Send your moka and there are different levels. Honestly, you movie or honoma. Yeah, and you yaboa kwasio. But as some back country, no, it will take you a couple hours or days before you understand and say, some sister catch him, why am I rough?
Oh,
It's
you
a whole
maximize on the minimum when it hits the fun.
most definitely. And to say most of us spend so much time on
Mommy, I hear you.
baseless things. And you may hear na see a ye and where jumano. Majority of us yempesi a bay. Esa say, send yes, I am the be a mecano, yan fan to me. Anaasɛ mepɛ saa ɛna sɛ sɛ yɛnyɛ ɔmo nso dabi ɛbɛyɛ yɛfoɔ no ɔmo nso abɛka ho so ahu. I mean, the thing is say you will nothing will hurt you. Si amfa ade an yankyerɛ growing up no yamfa bibi ankyerɛ wa ɛyɛ sɛ wusua because we are responsible for our own action. Yɛnyi a your decision be making no if you make the wrong decision say Ghana na mbra adwuma abroad no wokodi nsɛm ho a ɛbɛkye watom anaasɛ yɛde wobɛkɔpɔt anaasɛ yɛbɛfine no nti sɛ wofo sɛ wo no wontumi nsua ade anka wotu kwan ba obi man mu a you can follow regulations and rules and laws, right? But wokɔ okurom a ɛsiane sɛ yɛwɔ some people or hɔnom a ɔmo yɛ ignorant they are selective because we have selective justice, right? Ghana prison, yesiama ehiafo, esikafo de omo nko prison because obema bribe. And I say onimobi wo hono nti no omo beye no back and forth for sabe hu na ye foolish case, right? But so ye hia ni a wo de wo bebetimi akodam for years and years and years and nobody is speaking about it. It's not affecting them. Because the way people will look at them. Now we look down at people. We don't want to help anybody because when you help a Ghanaian person, now the Ghana ni ebi kokabata huna ya fire. Because me de wo ba me hu ani si eyi medi nso na menim de maye esa se enkonkonsa nsema onim ne de afa ho na ya wo wasesa ne eyi wafiri ho no menim se sister wo wu na aka ya na sister ama or one of the platform obi de nadamfo ko n'adwuma mu okoye na onim se guy na odi nanim no odi obi nkrata na eye adwuma enti no okoye no omu take break as a den instead se obehye adwuma as na oda so ti ho didi obi akoye adwuma no onu a waba foforo da so ti ho didi nadamfo na odi ne ba ekaka kire ne se or the neighbor to trouble ma some of catch and say na wo say me yes me nim say wo obi nkrata na ade ye adwuma enti no to say I mean look at all this foolishness enti no say wo ni adwuma na say wo kan wa hia asem kire wo krom ni a o ada na yes odo ba because ye mu bebre yes ade ye mpa ade ye so enti no ensem bebre your community society, no, we don't have togetherness. We don't have the love, the care, the support, the encouragement. I mean, it is so much sometimes meet now on my say, no mini be catch me so on the full saying uncle boy and we drew Ghana for so no the anyana send a boy. I'm saying because the dysfunctional mindset that like it is A lot of it's overwhelming. And I don't know, say, nipa bi wo honoma or ya de pa wonim sa de a wo ye nenye. And so obeye. Oni abadaye say, okay, ade a me how is that going to impact this person? And ye titru okun ni oyere anase mpenafo. Onim sa ade a wo ye no, ebe effect ne ho kafo greatly. But every infect no, but it's say infecting on quad oba koswaye. They will make that decision. It's say asamba ho or no he or she will not be infected. It is a who maybe a see a way who see senka wiasima ye way. Obia ye ne ho adwuma. Self-work.
We were not prepared to.
Have self-love. Do self-care. Have self-discipline. Value yourself. Do self-assessment. And like in everything, everything. Any problem. If we work on ourselves now, everything, because one day now who see would do so. Now boo Nina bibia winim no, you tend to transfer that. You see your you. It is all ya wofo a wotia wo ho kafo anasa wo ma enkola ni nso nyina omo nso betia obi omo ne kasa bia e na wo ya wofo na wo ye kronfo a wo ma ne nso be kronfo because wo ma me ni ho mu hu so koyi nkwan mu na mowe e ko a woni honom e na ma me ne nso papa ni dware wo ma ne hu se wo fa wo kun wallet eyi sika firim enti tie wo ye no enu na nkwara ne nso be ebe peke up and na nkwara ne nso no sister wo ka assemble which is something most of us lack of being able to identify your feelings and express our feelings without throwing temper tantrum obi
You don't know it.
obi timi ne ho to form ekekemu wo ne nan wo be ba ko bi sanada me maami ama mi soda ajay e de asam
Soda pa.
It is a temper tantrum no enye nkwala ne nkwa empanyifo ni bi wonti nkra ye mani bi no apake from the parents because papa bi wo ho a wo ye panyihu wo kasa asa wo tidua soro and oni ni pa kasa no is ejina from
Yeah, I
ami bi wo ho no ma wo kasa wo frekejete aka ena di akọ baby so enti no to say sa ayi kasapa ne kasade na ye mu bebre ye ntimi nsua no asem bi kra nya asem a petty stuff we have argument about petty stuff se wo hu ka fo ankasa yi a pekwan paso ne nipa ne nkasa ye nim si afre ye hu ka fo anase ye nua bi adamfo bi wanya ade ye ni afre na hye kokwam ne nkasa ye de ni gina abonten ni ya ye dede esa say ye twansuo no aba abroad no to say ye friend is say nyansa na ne ye mu bi ni no ya san de aba abroad ye kasa ye how to manage our emotions. I mean to say self-regulation ade bi eboa pa. We have a say in here. Think twice before you act once. Because would the be act up, no? It would take a long time before you can come down. But so would dream say, okay, dear me here, no? If I have the words to express it now, can that be resolved? And now say, even if it cannot be resolved now, what is the alternative I can get? Say no me kura me mba no ma tro mo nyoma bi na oba no wo ye kuku rough akora me busa me questions sa na edru ba bi a ono atimi refer me back mommy but you said if I feel this way I need to express myself so I'm letting you know right now even though I'm angry I'm telling you how I'm feeling and you said first you said maybe and then now you saying that you thinking about it. Can you just say yes or no? These people
No.
I know which way you're
Oh,
going.
Sure.
And I'm
Hey,
just
But you
like,
said,
so
but
I'm
you
looking
said
at
that
her.
someone else person will come with his address.
but you
I
said
know,
they
right?
said they're not going to I'm so much your tricks, no.
Yeah.
They say, I was
It's
here system.
sister me, and I'm
I'm
saying, you know
telling
what?
you.
And I'm saying, I
Get,
thought, and
get,
I'm saying,
but
who
you
taught
said
you
now
that?
kind will be asked for the never be proof point and what shall you be
I
there?
know,
But you
right?
said,
Me and I'm saying, who taught you that? Was you did and I'm saying, so you're gonna use my own game to on me, right? And I'm saying, okay, first of all, this is what I'm gonna say to you. I had said that I was thinking about it because I was thinking about it, and I was going to say yes in a few minutes. But since you have the strength and the willingness to tell me as to what I should say or not, I'm letting you know it's a no.
mm,
After I said, but okay, I will take. I'm thinking about it. And I'm saying, we done. So there.
mm.
That was my way of getting back because I couldn't believe she threw my own words in my
Oh,
face.
they throw it in front of your face every now and again because, ma'am, first you said you were thinking about it. First you said, give me time.
Yes.
Can you make up, less than 30 minutes, yeah, Samba, can you make up your mind? I said, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Because I
The,
explore all the other avenues and
the
he will
best
read it
way,
back to you.
yeah,
Eh?
the best way is to say yes or no. Maybe for them means that you're going to say yes at some point. So
Mm,
you need to take maybe out of your vocabulary words, especially if you have kids from age 4 to 12 years old. Maybe needs to be out of your vocabulary words. Thinking about it needs to be it's a yes or no. Simple. We don't go back and forth. And I'm sticking to yes and no because they say, baby, I not me yeah before no, not me no, it also saying me yes. There was a
mm,
point that I have me no. He went into crisis after I
mm,
said yes because no for me see no. Because my can no senti that me can yes no auntie. We'll go into crisis. It took us 4 hours, 4 good hours to get this kid to de-escalate, to calm down. Oh, yeah. And I also say I had said yes 4 hours ago. I said, why didn't you say so? And I'm saying, well, first of all, you were throwing chairs. Secondly, you throwing your shoes, everything. Need them the whole floor was clothing. Ne ntade a yɛabobɔ nyinaa la wɔtoto gu fam nti owie na me say now like I took some time to fold your clothes, show you how to fold your clothes. And I'm glad that yesterday I taught you how to fold your clothes. So when you see all this stuff mess you made, you're going to have to fold them and put them back. I'm not helping you. Once you're done, then you can have your stuff, or you can have half of it, finish it, and then have the other half. Can you handle that? Or my name was Miss Amelia, you know, so I will not be able to have half and come back. So I'm going to clean up and then you can give it to me. And I'm so, well, good choice. That's all you have to do. Use your words. So the next time, and I know I say no a lot, and I say no a lot because I say they need to get used to the no because in it's a trigger for them. So they need to get used to you saying more no's. I'm a no mom than a yes. And you know, to say to get a yes, you know, it means to say you have earned it. Nti nkwadaa no mu nim ebi wɔ hɔ a first na ɔmo they split na ɔmo papa yɛ more yes nti sɛ ɔmo ba me hɔ na meka no a na ɔmo kɔm papa ɔsɛ sɛ ɔmo kɔm papa hɔ ɔmo sɛ what did mom say ɔmo sɛ mom say no ɔsɛ okay if mom say no then my answer is no nti sɛ they can no longer split nkwadaa no bi yɛ very manipulative nti that's how it works. That's for fun. Yes, sister.
Sister Joy, to add up to what you just said about Obi, just this afternoon I was listening to a lady whose topic, whose program topic was factors of life or something. She talked out, and then there was a caller that came in, and from this caller, yeah, he came to Europe or one of the countries, and then the brother, his big brother was forcing him to help him to come too. And he was just there for a year.
Wow.
But then when the big brother was forcing and
Hello,
calling
Chiame.
him to help out,
Welcome.
he now asked mother.
I will blow
My
kisses.
I know, right?
I don't know.
he,
And I
he
go
now
search.
asked.
I read
Yeah,
another
yeah,
say.
yeah. Just
It's like
Chiame
So
the no.
wa munchia no mami o ma so no so tia.
Hey, I'm Paul.
it's like
Why?
the mother. It's like his mother and his uncle have to come in
Mm-hmm.
to advise him that, oh yeah, if you can't, just help your brother. So he now said, I will help you, but you have to pay me. You have to promise that you will pay what I will help. So the brother promised with the mother and promised with the uncle. Then he was able to help the brother to be here. The brother came to overseas, and you know what he did?
Mm-mm.
He within a few months he decided to leave. So his junior brother is now asking for what you promised to pay me if I help you, can I have it? He said no. No, because he have to help his wife to come in, so he's not going to do it. The
Of
guy
course.
said he now went back to mother and uncle that they should talk to him. This is what I asked before. And you people said he said he would do it. So say something. He passed by the brother to bribe the uncle. So the uncle couldn't voice out anymore. And the mother, who my two children, what can I do? Is now in the middle. And the brother left without paying the lot of. If you heard it, that is his own brother, his own big brother. If you ni nasa obi abontisini obey until we change our ways
That's
and
right.
know how to appreciate and do well with our own kind, we will continue to suffer.
No correct.
You know, until we respect each other and our vows and our promises to each other, we will continue to suffer. This way, you see, this
Yeah.
kind of behavior, we are rather doing each other. Then by the end of the day, when everything messed up, we put it on our mind.
Oh yeah.
Abaya bread.
Because some of us, we are inconsistent because consistency is the key. I said, yeah, structure krama yemba. It is me my 12-year-old ni 10-year-old say oba ni nya 5 na be ma ni nya 7 no na papa nya consistent with them. Saa time na me ye adwuma awie nti no during the daytime no ni papa na wo fie nti no te se ba awie aduane di homework so aye nye no like na adwene is so because tena ho a nim so papa de check it. So it's enwumre na amaba no be say bi o 10 11 no na fina like I have to go through and then I'll be like, oh my freaking god. So me schedule, visual schedule. Okay, from this time to this time is reading, from this time to this time is homework, and then they get half an hour free time. Free time they can choose to use their iPad or choose to watch TV, and now say use computer no to play games no, and then they need to take at least an hour to 2 hours nap in between the day because they need to get their mind to relax and then rest their eyes. It didn't make yes our schedule no. They start in the beginning, it was a struggle, but Omo Papa and Social use and it helped him greatly. Until we were all on the same page. Until you were no more no se bema no mmesi bibi a ubehunu afrɛ me wɔ side. Mommy, na me say yes. Nana Kwesi did not do this. Now say, so why are you calling to complain? Did you tell your dad? Or say no? Because most of the time, Nana Bibi sa every time biane they come to me because the na me nkola na me hwe o me no. I know na me be fear me some boom 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 boom. But they said they get away into a trainer me who so me who say they can get away with a lot of things with their dad, Menene and I'm so okay, this is what I see happening. And it's say everything or redirect them back to me. And then once they saw that, now for the omo schedule, do a enru ho aka 5 minutes ube hu no omo e move around e put two things where it needs to go no ni ade omo di agro wi a omo toys they put everything away because some man put in away what's gonna happen said the next day instead of having half an hour free time no they will have 25 minutes. If it happens again, they'll have 20 minutes and they will lose time. And I make sure that I keep it. And to say be about could lose 10 minutes. No be use 20 minutes. Now when who say ni use 30 minutes into or no at one no ma or the bay that or bedroom and I held them to that. Omo papa and so who do almost to that. They say no there was like none of us were fun. No more. But I know near my the family time be shame they will see fun part about us, the restriction, the authoritarian situation and everything. They know us from every level. They know that we can have fun when it's fun time. You have to be focused when you need to focus. You have to do X, Y, and Z. Like sometimes, it be more visual and bois. Even Papa Phone be all cry, they need visual, right? I will. Very true.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, about Papa Phone one may. I had na major to Papa Force for say, don't let the woman always be the bad cop. Because listen, it told the people a man, we need to be firm with our daughters.
Yeah.
When them say odom maame no ebia wo de wo baba to wo maame enti ye frɛ akwala no maame na wo ka wo baba na asɛm a waka masɛm na hwan nkwala no say between us no kra no asɛ ye nim de ye ya nkwala very smart.
Very good.
They can sense when there is instability about how you want to correct them. They can sense that you are not on the same page with them. And that is where distortion and bad disciplining. Yeah, I think family life a conversation will be shame whilst you are doing, but don't let us drift from in some the reason why I'm saying that is say a lot of us women are find ourselves in that position, say we are taking charge of the home. This evening I was in NCK's platform and I was saying the same thing. A lot of women are taking leadership position, which is great. Yeah. But and so I'm we are wearing the where to bring a dimension into say I have no baby a medridie ma worry. And there is a man who is wearing the trousers, and it's all because a lot of men have not taken their position rightfully places.
Okay.
So a hard dream because as a woman thinks, say you have to correct the kids. And kwalani insuro papa no, maame na yisuro no. Begin to reassess. So one minimum say it be some of our men have they are phlegmatic people. You're very laid back. But no, when it comes to your kids, don't be laid back. When it comes to your kids, you laid backness, because and you can't lay back on it. Me attitude, and yet a hono, yeah, mamma, yeah, you be our a hono, a wapeja dear. And I was say you give it a shot with everything you got.
Okay.
Family life, you have the shame because who here.
Yeah.
That is where my beauty is. I am a strong woman. All of us here in the platform, we are strong in our own way. There are a few people in social media I've come across. There are circumstances they've been through. I'm wondering, and one of the women like Mamli, honestly, my respect for that woman is way up. And Mamli, if he doesn't do it, it doesn't bother me because it's a woman of his own sense. Onim dia warrior, onim dia work, onim the timings, onya dia keke. So Nonkwa are standing in his feet to go through this. He knows what she's doing.
That's right.
So what you saying. For that reason, Mesa Maya backtrack on what we were discussing.
Okay,
For that reason,
asɛm a ɛwɔ hɔ no sɛ yɛsesa yɛ time no to 5 because of YAA'S so ɔkɔ asɔre 7 na yɛpɛ sɛ yɛyɛ sɛ by this time na yɛwie na kyerɛ sɛ wrap up nti no to get
Okay.
allow her to do your point na no was summarize no yɛkɔ.
Oh, okay. So last one 1 minute pe. Enti mesra mo, say if you find yourself to be in that position, don't let that woman be a threat to you. On your threat cry. That woman is protecting his calves. That woman is doing everything on your normal bad sewa. The only difference is was shifting the mind. He have decided to wash and dress and do the things differently than you think. What you say? Mama my young feel threatened because will be edging away up or wegehe or way and I will call a kwekwe man can you fool binti. Oh shada you who need Debbie, we are all women. Auntie, Sebribi wa ya. One try a ya will far. Or touch the dini na said the omo yano. The angla wa de kono. Said the all yano no. To say, Sister YAA'S la kotwaniti, nya chenchina chia, e wo se me kotwa bi fata no pa. Na manimu na menya sure se me twa bi be fata mba. E fata no nti no, e wo se me di kan me ba na makamfo, ensese ne ho ye mehi. So what you say? Ensese ne ho ye mehi. Sister Ajodo, any ase otimi bu ni mu san so no so se wo kwa wo pese obi bebu atopafo edi n'echi. Wo bu amono na exercise. Obu amono na exercise. Me ase se nkwayi ma me ba pese ni assassin. De bia dancing competition na me rewo fi ha. Asa na se sa wo mitiri mu edom ya me de me sa wo mitiri mu. De bia bi kuro se bo se asa no o sa wo mitiri mu na me se yan ti na me metena se na masa no. Anya o tra se na wo bo nsa no na wo yesi obi ya ni se wo sabi. Mama Yensuya say, I will compliment you even though I don't have it. I love myself enough to say, for instance, Mam Le can be let me a Hannah and maybe be a problem war. And yet Obiataria will share echo a Ghana gatherings in Tinamenko Ghana for me. I must be confident as a premark and a shame cry, me Jimmy Hoodie. That is my sweat. That is what I have. A fatame. Ain't it Obi Equa question design at 3,000 shouldn't bother me. And it's a mekono dress shepe, na me shepremak. Now I still hold my confidence. I think I'm better off than people who are wearing Prada. Obra on one casa Prada nation cry. I said, oh, yes, I know Sachia. Don't look at it. When you decide to look at those things, you get frustrated. When you decide to look at those things, Emma won't mean ye. Because whether you like it or not, people will not dress the way you would dress. People will not look the way you look. People will not do the way how you think it should be done.
Right.
Obia will not get near what them. Now the saying whatever somebody else do shouldn't affect. So you do the right thing, whether somebody is looking or not. Do the right thing.
That's
at the right time. It will speak for you.
Thank you. Sister, I am patch on 1 minute. I will dentia obi ntimi nyesa ne say minko obi wardrobe nti ni kwa so obi ba me wardrobe.
And I say, Uncle wardrobe no. How would you know when I assume say one shed your new shabin into washout? Sometimes a assumption will be think
I will one may say also can say me say me peso obi ba ye me say minko obi wardrobe that person have no right to come to my wardrobe.
Oh, I know they are metiasie. But na make atari shemu in America because I know you're Ghana for the a big setback for a lot of Ghanaians. Also, say me Ghana for sorry. Adenya, why should almost dress and no should bother you? Whether they dress, they don't dress me, baby, anyway, I'm into because I'm not looking at you. To start with, I am sure the shaman on me are comfortable. Make Jimmy hoodie. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And listen, Abroche no obi wa we ni baby akwa apart from asori you. Enti over for obi to say me say wudi mechi am minim said ye yi ni low stand high. Eh minim said ye mitimi to bibi bear £1, £2. Mechira baby at the turn no bi a wu wura ho but me wura me sinama to no mahye. Na nsen ya ye nkwa so asori ye online mitimi fa me ho sa na me so for ma me no was sere me sian me ana me to no e was say me a me hye. Metim bi ku si otimi sere sa enne who beg here they say and now me tifie ma sesa me hu mi you isa besade my dress pamping me kwa baby I am dia
And that's all I'm
Me
cutting.
you be
I'm
any
cutting
asem. Me ma COVID. Ma
running
atmosphere
a
na me
system.
sama me.
This entire no go I better be wearing them.
Mm.
Yeah, my young wrap up
I
now.
might as well wear it. It is mine. It is mine and it's simple. But only one funny
That's
thing.
right.
And you may say top ya me share come and me the cook room ni ade. But me chira ho down where shemia me pajamas trousers na sheme. As me the be program. Something better my body. Man can't tell one guy then we hu. And don't let social media fool you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it fool you. Me
Yeah.
by my na me kind idea my laptops me anymore me see idea na me buy my platform me so the only twist I've had to race is my share glasses spec. Enti ushia na aka say sister yi so timi fa ne ho obua e ya ade ba akopɛ ɛna ma system versatile enti know how to mix and match ade no kura bi kura your force top mo am wo Ghana no me wo for me say bend down boutique na mani je ho pa because one off
Yes.
one off obi anhye bi me nko na me hye so you say you will be content. It's a great gain. Oh. It's a great gain.
Mm-hmm.
You are not being able to afford the lace. It's all right. Buy a pre-market DNA. Just present yourself neat. And one here smell good. And one here. A time you drew wow. The uncrophone yana was a wompeno. Sika pe show botoma. You do worse. Wait till the money comes. You do worse. Wait till you are married to a white person or do call holidays. What's now your no so we be taxes that ya rasta call holiday now bufua. Inti asie na wunya nya. Wait until say ukunu be ye. Ne mama ne papa be wu. When you be a water diabetes says a drama no. Ukunu be start say mo call Jamaica. We be start say we call holidays. Now say when what asie. Wait until say until ya you do ubedru until ya age so wahwe ne mama ne man nyina akọ school no one mortgage to apenten kra otimi ton mortgage no no akotena kita na odwene ne ho sika nso oton mortgage e wa bro kira otimi siketa abansoro enti what is your beef your time and season a bed dibi ayi mami ya preach wo America e friend say Joyce Meyer
Mm-hmm.
and I was say if it is the shoe, if you can afford it, it will not break bank. Wear it. If it's the dress, wear it. Because many people buy shoe now with imagine high heels, no. Me per heels pa. Many people drama and start ya share heel na 1990 fie ha. Covered nutrient one for share heel na night ya. Men chairman ya because shoe no me na me to no. Me amedia. Eju hwa na be hawa. Hye na de nam ho after all me kru na kan na first no me to ebi abo obi or something am so me try me nyon ho a ubekọ kru ma beba na me kru afa na odi asebe ne ho o se na wo ho na wo fira bontia bedidi mu no ono ni ho hia sen me and I begin to learn that skills from my husband and trying ma bribi ma live your life. If you don't have it today, tomorrow you might have it. And ma weni nye uni bia be content. A season Friday in the conversation now your boy any na de musua wo mo ho ne say life is involving and say wo ni bia na ochina de and that's wo ho. So what you say? Don't be panic about what will be best show. Me say me nko club na me nko baby ya nche ifa bio na me dress ya konya sorry. Anya sorry. Ada na wo say me ko tumfo nyankopo anim na me look ragged. Now who look ragged and when they better now. And she allowed them to be. That is what they know. Almost a walk a ye nyansano, and nay obesti busikano. Ochinano onya busua or best shed your brosa. So what you say? And the obiabi or winning season of the person's life. You have no idea why the person does what he does. But let us be more sympathetic to each other and also more accommodating. These days, abrabona yeding and people don't have patience for others anymore. Now it goes along and only nyame sumpa. And no next such run out kitanu. So what you say? Tinyame shram.
Yo, thank you.
Amen. Thank
Okay.
you. We've said a lot today.
Mm.
All angles, everywhere. But it all boils down to, in order to have inner beauty, you need to know yourself, assess yourself, because you need you need some confidence. To be able to have a quiet spirit, you have to be confident. To be able to impact in others' lives, you have to be confident. And also to be able to make someone feel special, you don't have to feel threatened. You have to be confident as well. So, yes, self development is the base, and also know your worth, know your purpose on this life, in this life that you're living in, and enjoy your journey. So thank you all. Thank you,
Thank you.
Awo. Thank you, Ajua.
It was good to see you. Merry
Yes.
Christmas.
You.
Today's
Merry
Happy New
Christmas.
Year.
You haven't,
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah,
Bye.
yeah.
See you guys. Thank you
next
all
year.
for coming. Thank you
Thank
all for
you.
coming.
Bye,
See you
guys.
next week.
Bye.
Take care.